guys, I'm Amanda the G, and it's time to get crafty again. Normally when I make my drunk crafting videos, I have a table in front of me, but I do not feel that I need one today because I'm doing something a little bit different with this drunk crafting, and that revolves around the fact that I have made an impulse purchase online. That impulse purchase is freehand ink by Inkbox. This is not at all sponsored, but hey, Inkbox, if you want to sponsor me and send me a bunch of ink, I will draw all over myself for you. But clearly, I am way too small to be sponsored, but I really feel like I need to say that. So anyway, this is kind of similar-ish to a henna in that it is a dye for your skin, except it's supposed to dye it black like an actual tattoo. Normally, I wouldn't do this kind of thing because I would just go and get the tattoo, but there are some tattoos that I've thought about getting that I've decided I just don't ever actually want. And then I also saw something on TikTok that was like, don't get a tattoo that you see trending on Pinterest because everybody has this tattoo and you don't really want a tattoo that absolutely everybody has. Like, no one else has this one. No one else has some of my other tattoos. I get it. I understand. So anyway, I got this and we're gonna play now. So in this little thing, you get their freehand ink, you get instructions that I'm not gonna really pay attention to, you get a little tippy tip to play with, and you get one glove. And if there's anything I can say, frickin' Inkbox, just give me 2 gloves because I am going to have to switch back and forth because I want to do some shit on the right side of my body and some shit on the left side of my body, which I'm mostly ambidextrous, so it should kind of be okay, except I'm not really great with writing with my left hand. It says you have to leave it on for about an hour and then it takes like 24 to 48 hours to develop, so this is gonna be a long-term project. Some things I want to note. I do not believe that I'm allergic to this, but there is something in it that I've never actually tested to see if I'm allergic to it or not. So this may be a fun experience. I may actually have a reaction to this. We'll find out. Also, I watched the little video before I bought it, and it does say don't put it like on your face or on your neck or on your upper chest, and I am going to loosely interpret the idea of that. I will not be putting it on my face, but I will be putting the first one here, and we're just gonna kind of like go with that, and if it's a problem, do as I say, not as I do, or do as the video they put out says and not as I do. I actually think I'm gonna put it on this side. Yeah, I'm gonna put it over here. So, let's prepare this first, okay? I'm hoping I can see this by looking in my viewfinder. That's why I'm looking over there, because I don't actually have anything else with me to be able to look at, so. This is a tattoo I actually almost got. Oh god, I can't even see that. How? I cannot see that in that viewfinder. Hang on, I need a mirror. Well, shit. I am not good at this. Okay, that's about as good as I can get it. This is gonna go terrible. Okay, so from here on out, I'm not doing anything that requires looking in a mirror, but I'm gonna tell you the story behind this one. So I actually almost got this tattoo before I got my thigh piece, but I didn't want another small tattoo. The whole thought process behind getting an arrow is that in order to shoot an arrow, you must pull it back first. So if you're being pulled back in your life, it's like aim because you're being shot forward to something better. So that's why I almost got this one. I am not going to show you the full process of doing this next one. I will talk through why I'm doing what I'm doing, but it's on my ankle and the internet is fucking weird about feet. Also, I would have to completely change where everything is. I don't think I can put my ankle high enough to actually be able to see it. So you'll see it in a second when I've finished. That was not easy for me to do. It says, if I can show you, if I can get my ankle up here, I believe in 398.2. If you are not an educated nerd like myself, if you are not old like myself, you will not necessarily know this, and even if you are, you probably won't even know this off the top of your head, but that is the Dewey Decimal System number for fairy tales. I also thought at one point, and this is on my old Pinterest account somewhere under tattoos, about getting the number 2, a star, and then the letter R for second star to the right, and if you don't get that reference, I don't know if we can be friends. Now, for the last one, I have to switch gloves. Herein lies why we should have more than one glove in this package. There's a few reasons. Number 1 is this shit lasts for like 6 months. I'm not using all of it in one go. And number 2, I need my other hand to do this other thing. So you should include more than one glove. Don't be a little cheapy cheapskate, Inkbox. Now, for the hardest part, I have to do something with words and a left hand. I can do everything except write letters with my left hand, and I'm trying to write letters with my left hand. I'm gonna hyper focus and I will be back. Was that easy for me? No, but I've got a tattoo that right now, this is something that I think I actually need to have on my body. It is not something that I want to necessarily go and get tattooed on my body, but I do think I need this right now. It is on my arm, it says stay. If you don't know why someone would get that ink, go ahead and look it up because I am not gonna go into it. So now what I have to do is wait an hour. I should set a timer, but I'm not going to because it's almost 4 o'clock right now as I'm filming this. Yes, I have been drinking all day. Yes, it is the middle of the day. No, I don't want to talk about it. No, I don't care. So around 5 o'clock-ish, I am going to wash all of these off. I have a feeling that this is not going to go well because that A in the stay has already closed itself together because it probably put too much goop on it. This is looking weird. The other one, the B, is starting to close in on itself, so they may end up being closed in on themselves and not actually have like spaces in the letters. I don't know how this is gonna work. And then from what I saw in the video is you don't really see it at all when it comes off, and you see it in like 24 to 48 hours. And do I want to get all dressed up again and put makeup on again in 48 hours to film again so that you can see this for the outro? No. No, I do not. I very much do not wish to do that, so instead I'm going to insert pictures here. Look at how great it turned out, or how terrible they turned out. Let me know your comments below. I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will tell me how terrible I did and how much better you could do. Normally I take my right hand and lift it up and do a peace sign and say, stay fresh cheese bags, but I can't do that because I'm gonna screw up this thing on my arm and you're not supposed to touch it or move it or anything, so I'm just gonna say stay fresh cheese bags. Have a great day. I hope everyone is having a wonderful summer and not everybody is melting, because I have a feeling that most of us are melting.